Everyone is telling you to study MBBS abroad, but nobody talks about what happens after you get there. And that's exactly where many students make their biggest mistake. Most students spend months comparing universities, checking fees, hostel facilities and rankings. But very few stops to ask a much more important question. Will this university actually help me to become a successful doctor in future? Because getting admission is just a beginning. The real journey starts when you are sitting in the classroom, attending clinical rotations, preparing for licensing exams, and building the knowledge and skills that will shape your medical career. For Indian students, one of the biggest concerns after MBBS abroad is FMGE preparation and readiness for medical practice back home. So how can the right university support you throughout this journey? Today we are taking a closer look at Tver State Medical University and exploring how its academic environment, clinical training and student support system help students build a strong foundation for their future medical careers. Let's get started. Many students think about FMGE only after graduation, but here's the reality. No student wakes up in the 6th year and suddenly becomes ready for the licensing examination. Success in medicine is built over time. The concepts tested in FMGE come from subjects you start studying in your very first year: anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, pathology, pharmacology, medicine, surgery, and many more. That's why preparation is not a separate phase. It is a process that begins from day one, and for that process to work, a student first needs a strong academic foundation.
At Tver State Medical University, medical education is designed to help students understand concepts rather than simply memorize them.
Because medicine isn't about remembering answers, it's about understanding why those answers matter. Throughout lectures, practical classes, laboratory sessions, and continuous academic assessments, students gradually strengthen their understanding of core medical sciences. And when concepts become stronger, learning advanced subject becomes easier. But medicine is not only learned inside the classroom. That's where practical exposure becomes equally important. A doctor does not treat patient through theory alone. Clinical decision making comes from applying knowledge in real life situations. As students progress through their MBBS journey, Tver State Medical University provides opportunities for clinical exposure and hospital-based learning. Students observe patient care, understand disease management, and see how theoretical concepts are used in actual medical practice. This transition from classroom learning to clinical thinking is what helps students start thinking like future doctors. However, knowledge and clinical exposure are alone not enough. Consistency is what brings everything together. One of the biggest challenges for medical students is maintaining discipline over 6 years. Medicine is not a subject that can be mastered through last-minute preparation. It requires continuous learning. The structured academic environment at Tver State Medical University encourages students to stay engaged through regular classes, practical sessions, seminars, and assessments. This consistent approach helps students build confidence in their subjects year after year. And when students stay engaged academically throughout their course, they are often better prepared for future challenges. By the way, if you are interested in learning more about the Tver State Medical University, including its fee structure, eligibility criteria, admission process, and available seats for 2026, you can contact us at the number displayed on your screen. Our counselors will be happy to guide you and answers all your questions related to MBBS admission abroad. Now let's continue and look at another important factor students often overlook. Medical education can be demanding. That's why the learning environment around the students matter. Every year, many Indian students choose Tver State Medical University for their medical study. Being part of a diverse student community allows students to learn together, discuss academic challenges, and support each other throughout their journey. Studying in an international environment also helps students develop communication skills, adaptability, and confidence, qualities that are essential for every healthcare professionals. Alongside peer support, access to quality learning resources also plays a major role. Medical education continues to evolve. Today's students need more than textbooks. They need access to laboratories, education technologies, simulation-based learning, and modern teaching methods. Tver State Medical University provides facility that supports both theoretical and practical learning. These resources help students better understand medical concepts concepts and prepare for realities of modern healthcare. Which ultimately brings us back to the question we asked in the beginning. Remember the question, will this university help me become a successful doctor in the future? Because that's the question every student should ask before the choosing an MBBS abroad university. A medical degree is important, but what matters even the more is the education, training and experience you gain during those 6 years. Through a structured academics, clinical exposure, modern facilities and a supportive learning environment, Tver State Medical University helps students become a strong foundation for their future medical careers. If you would like to learn more about Tver State Medical University or explore MBBS abroad opportunities, connect with the experts. Thank you for watching. We will see you in the next one.